So here's one search that I tried just to show you how you can play around with the database. I put in the full name of the ALK, and I thought I would just do a general search on that to see what was out there. I noticed that 110 studies showed up, and there were a lot of different filters that you could use if you were just interested in the ones that were recruiting, if maybe enrolling by invitation, or maybe the ones that were completed, because if they were recently completed and still in this database, they might be of interest. So I just thought I'd try those. Then I noticed there were 67 results, and I noticed that you could look on a map and figure out how to limit it by country. And there were 32 in the US, and I clicked on that. And I went over to Massachusetts, and it said there were 16. So I went and clicked on that. So here are the 16 that came up that were in Massachusetts with ALK. And you can tell they're at different hospitals in Massachusetts. Sometimes they don't show up because there's so many hospitals that are doing the study, but they're probably in a list somewhere. And what's good is if you're not really interested in the completed ones at this point, you can click that off and just say you want recruiting and by invitation, and then it's going to go through. Now, a lot of these studies, you have to look at them because they tend to have other coexisting conditions. Maybe there's been surgery first, or etc. But there isn't a whole lot of them that appear in any one search. The one thing is when you do go back and click off one of these statuses, you might have to go back on the map and say you're interested in, now there's 16 of them in the country, there's 8 of them with the new filter that I put on. So then it's going to show just those 8. And right up here, it always shows which of the filters you've applied. So I'm saying I'm looking for recruiting, enrolling by invitation for ALK, Massachusetts. And then I can always, if I'm just looking for recruiting, I can click off that button and boom, it'll come back. And you notice there's more studies, but then I can go back to the map and redo just for Massachusetts, for example. So anyway, that's one way to sort of play around with the different filters. And remembering you have to go back to the map if you change any of these filters down here and redo the map. But then it will come up with the ones, in this case, it found 8 studies with all of my filters up here.